There used to be a time when you, as a business owner, could just build and they would have come. A little bit of advertising went a long way. Customers were easy to acquire because the economy was growing rapidly, and not just on paper. Inflation was low and people had increasing amounts of discretionary income. The competition in any market was limited because every business owner was doing something unique, at least locally. Advertising was not so expensive. Clients and customers were loyal simply because they did not have very many choices. We lived in a supply-side constrained economy. And even though technological inventions kept bringing the prices down, business owners flourished for a while. Because public's discretionary purchasing power kept on increasing. That time is over. Today, things have changed. We now live in a demand-side constrained economy. Competition in any market, niche, industry, or region is astronomical. There are suppliers everywhere competing on offers, cutting prices to a dangerously low level, and virtually dropping their pants. New competitors arrive on the scene every day, some with very unique and innovative offers. Customers are spoiled for choice, while you, the business owner, are competing for every last dollar in revenue and every last sale. Customers think of you as just another seller. Advertising costs have skyrocketed, while people's attention spans have plummeted. So the cost of acquiring new clients has become prohibitively expensive. What has also plummeted is the audience's purchasing power. Even though we live in a hyperinflationary economy today, a recent article on Zero Hedge was titled, "The reality is half of Americans can't afford to write a $500 check." So discretionary incomes are nothing like they used to be, and a vast majority of Americans today are uniquely price-conscious buyers. And there is no dearth of sellers importing goods and products from third world countries by boatload and selling on wafer-thin margins. In fact, Amazon.com revenues in 2015 topped $107 billion. But the net profits were $600 million, which is just 0.6% of the revenues. In other words, if your business performed like Amazon and had $10 million in sales, your net profit annually would be a grand total of $60,000. Would you call that impressive? Of course not. And here's the kicker. The retail division of Amazon.com is still posting losses. The net profitability largely came from web services division, which is used as a service provider by other big companies such as Salesforce and Netflix.com. And here are some other facts. CNBC reported on March 9, 2017, that Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin has called on Congress to raise the debt limit at the first opportunity, which means more money printing and more debt for all of us. To make matters worse, Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has poured cold water on President Donald Trump's goal of completing the tax reform before the recess in August. He said, "I think finishing on tax reform will take longer." This is in light of the fact that CBO, Congressional Budget Office that is, released a study on March 8, 2017 stating that the US has the highest top statutory corporate tax rates of 39.1% in the world. So we live in a world of wafer-thin margins, increasing competition, skyrocketing advertising costs, hyperinflationary economy, plummeting attention spans, dwindling loyalty, crumbling debt, enormous taxation, and sadly, there seems to be no respite in sight. But with every dark cloud, there's inevitably silver lining. And this seemingly depressing business environment can help create great fortunes for a very unique and very small group of business owners, the agnostic ones. Ideological stubbornness is the primary deterrent to growth. Be it a business or a person, their greatest limitation is sticking to a strategy that once worked but does not work any longer because circumstances or the environment has changed. Good strategy addresses optimal deployment of inevitably limited resources based on circumstances. As such, strategy must change with changing circumstances. But a vast majority of business owners continue to do today what they did years or even decades ago. It's madness. If you were a war general, would you not adjust your strategy based on where your troops were fighting? Would you use the exact same strategy for coastlines and mountainous terrains? Of course not. And yet business owners and even investors continue to rely on strategies that worked well in a supply-side constrained economy even today. They continue to follow other people in their markets blindly. Well, not Westernston. Westernston's members are entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders who are agnostic enough to change their strategy based on today's economic, industrial, and competitive environment. We encourage all our members to think counterintuitively, and not only to avoid following the norms, but to break tradition and think outside the box. Here at Westernston, our mission is to help 10,000 small and medium business owners double their market shares before December 2021. Maybe even sooner for some. Secondly, our objective is to help business leaders like you systemize your operations. If you want to strategically grow your business exponentially, you need to work on it, not in it. You need to stop working as a firefighter. You need to systemize your business well enough that your team can manage the operations as well as operational anomalies on their own. Westernston is a community of business owners, leaders, and entrepreneurs who are agnostic, dedicated towards exponential growth, and are unafraid to break the norms. For instance, we follow a blue ocean strategy for client acquisition. If everyone in your industry is acquiring clients through direct mail and yellow pages, you go online. If your competition is online buying native ads, you buy media. If your competition is buying media, you go hyperlocal, and so on. As a member, you will also have access to training tools and resources you need in order to double your market share and systemize your operations. Our flagship program is called Strategistar, and pressing the link or button below this video will instantly give you all the details about this program, its various levels, and payment plans. In a nutshell, Westernston is all about zigging when your competitors are zagging. It's about becoming the champion of your industry, having top of the mind recall amongst your audience, omnipresence amongst your clients, and snatching market share exponentially from your competitors. We welcome you to Westernston and invite you to take a look around. You can navigate to our blog and read our most prominent articles that are divided in 3 primary categories: philosophical, strategic, and tactical. You can take one of our quizzes. Start by taking our 12-minute diagnostic quiz. And finally, you can check out our programs, especially Strategistar, our core program. We look forward to helping you double your market share and systemize your operations. Thank you for watching this video, and welcome to Westernston.